Hi everyone, welcome to another Yoga Therapy Thursday. I am Jillian Warminski from Transcend Yoga Studio in Pottsville. Today we are going to talk about breathing. We all do it, but do we do it correctly? You may find that you have been breathing less than optimally. I don't want to say incorrectly because there's a way to breathe and then there's a better way to breathe. So some common things that people do where, it's less than optimal, let's just say. So some common things are, one is reverse breathing. So what does reverse breathing look like? Reverse breathing is when on the inhale, when you bring air into your body, you suck your belly in. So from the side, it looks like this. Now, along with that, sometimes you'll see the shoulders lifting up. So if you ever see somebody breathe like this, or if you yourself breathe this way, I'm here to tell you there might be a better way to breathe. I'll show you one more way that often I see people breathing where there might be a better way, and that's chest breathers. And this is something that you may not realize you do until you really pay attention, because often chest breathing is something that is done completely, these are all done unconsciously, but it's something that you do when you really are not focusing on your breath, and it's just breathing in the chest. Notice how it's just up here that's moving, and that's it. So how do we breathe properly? I've just shown you 3 ways of common breathing mistakes, if you want to call it that. But here's the way to breathe properly. I'm going to show you with this lovely expandable. I often use this when I teach kids yoga, but really it is really fabulous for demonstrating how to properly breathe. So watch this. When we inhale, our body expands out. When we exhale, everything comes back together. So imagine this as your lungs. When you inhale, your lungs fill, and so your body has to expand. When you exhale, you are removing air from your lungs, therefore your lungs gets smaller. Therefore, everything else goes back to center. One more time. This is how we inhale. This is how we exhale. So let me show you a common common breathing technique that we do in yoga. This is where I usually start people off when we are just learning breathing techniques. So this is called a 3-part breath. The 3 parts are here in your upper chest, mid-torso, and low belly. Now you may be saying to me, now I know a little bit about anatomy and I know your lungs don't go all the way down here. You are right. Your lungs are not down here. But you have a muscle that's underneath your lungs, give or take right about here. It's called the diaphragm muscle. So what happens is when you inhale, that muscle pulls your lungs down. Well, when that happens, you have to make space. So guess what? This has to move. So when we breathe, 3-part breath, again, this is one area, this is another area, this is the third area. So 1, 2, 3. You're going to generally, and there's a little caveat to this, generally you fill area number 3 first, then number 2, and then number 1. Almost like you're filling a bucket with water or anything like that. So bring your hands onto your belly, and you can do this with me now. Notice how my fingertips, not here, I'm not just resting my hands on my belly, I want to feel what's going on here. So here's your ribs. Your ribs actually go down pretty far. Let me find, here's my ribs, right here. I'm going to put my wrists, pad of my wrist right here, right about there, and then bring my fingers, inch them fairly close together. So when I inhale, my hands expand out a little. When I exhale, notice they get a little closer together. This is a subtle movement, so really focus. When I breathe like this, I'm filling up all three areas. So I told you there's a little bit of a caveat for that. Ideally, you fill up this area, then this area, and then this area. For me, what actually tends to happen is I fill up 3, then 2, then 3, then 2, and then 1. So I can feel my lower area, then area 2, and then I feel my lower area fill up again, and then 2 fills up a little bit more, and then finally my upper chest fills up with air. Is it wrong? No, it's not wrong. It's what my body does. Is there a better way to do it? I don't know. Right now, this is how I do it. And if I find a better way, or if my body adjusts to a better way, cool. I'm fine with that. If this is how it stays, it's working for me right now, and I'll keep it. So let's try one more time. Place your hands onto your belly. Think of the 3 areas. 1, 2, 3. Take an inhale. Feel everything expand, even up here. Now on the exhale, release. This is the last area to release. Take an inhale again. And release. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing has so many uses for our body. And often, if we are reverse breathing, or if we're just breathing with our upper chest or breathing with our shoulders, this can cause a lot of mixed signals in our body. So sometimes if you are feeling over anxious, or you're feeling stressed, or you're even feeling out of breath, and you're not sure why, and you're like, nothing in my life is super stressful. I don't know why I'm feeling anxiety. Sometimes it is the way you are breathing, because when we reverse breathe, or if we just breathe short breaths, that's telling our body that we need to go into fight or flight mode. Because if you think about it, if you're running because you're scared, or just think when we're scared, we do that and we hold our breath. So that's what you're telling your body. When you don't breathe optimally, you're telling your body that we're supposed to be in this tight, rigid state. But when you take a moment and you breathe and you soften, right away, my back muscles just went, and my belly muscles relaxed just a little bit more. So consider that. If you want to know more about breathing, or if you're interested in a free consultation, visit me on Transcend Yoga Studio on Vagaro.com. First session is free. It's a 30-minute free consultation. And I would be happy to talk to you about your breath, about stress, anxiety, or anything else going on with your body. Let me know. Thank you. Bye.